going to be interested to see what they actually do. Is it 4-ounce gloves? Is it boxing gloves? Is it in a cage? Is it in a boxing ring? There's so many elements of it what we don't know. But I mean, nevertheless, it's going to be a good fight.
Pro boxing fans here in London after the AJ Whyte Part 2 press conference. Dean, how are you? It's been a little while.
I had a good day here at the press conference. I mean, very cordial, very respectful press conference, which I'm quite happy for. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's all good. Oh, big Jossie in the building. You know, respect to him. He's been very respectful today and kept it all cordial. Maybe we'll try and grab him in. Let's see what he goes on with. Big dog. And I like Josh. I think I'm happy that him and Dillian were respectful and kept it tidy. Do you know what I mean? Because the evolution from both of them, where they started and where they've come, they're in a good place. You know what I'm saying?
Is it maturity? Is it they've just matured?
Mature. What do you see? Oh yeah. What do you say? Big dog. What you got on with there? Yeah, so that's good. Come on. He's on that way. So yeah, the pass crossing, you know what I'm saying? So it's all good. I mean, it's definitely a good place for boxing, a good place for these guys. I mean, to keep it respectful, because I mean, I don't think they need to sell the fight. The fight sells itself. So you know what I mean?
Both with new trainers, obviously. They both had one fight with the new trainers. Are we going to see technically a better fight in regards to the last performances?
I think, of course, we're going to see a better fight because both guys have evolved. I mean, both guys got much more experience. Even in that fight, I think Joshua was a lot more experienced than Dillian. Because obviously he was GB boy, the golden boy and so on. But now Dillian's gained invaluable experience fighting a lot of top level boxers. I mean, they both got new coaches, so they both got to now hopefully gel with their coaches to implement their game plans. You know what I mean?
In regards to Dillian, he's talked about moving out to America, being a different life. Obviously, he loves his dogs. Obviously, not all his dogs there. But when you speak to him, you know, how is he out there? Is it good adjustments?
Listen, he's happy. He's happy with Buddy McGirt. He feels like he's learning and developing. I just spoke to Buddy and he feels like Dillian's listen, you've got to listen to, you know, your coach, and going away and being away from your family, that shows the dedication and what he's trying to do and what he's trying to achieve. You know, he's a a solid heavyweight in UK history, you know, of our era. And, you know, he just needs to continue learning and growing. And they just take one fight at a time, you know what I mean?
Colford is saying, listen, AJ, he's on the slide now. He hasn't got a real legacy in the sport. Do you agree with them? Do you feel like AJ?
I don't agree with that at all. Well, look, everyone's got an opinion, and it's an opinion. So I'm looking at Joshua as someone who's fought someone who has got more experience and a very elite Usyk, southpaw, very difficult. I think in the second fight, AJ didn't do anything wrong. I think he should give himself a pat on the back, because to fight someone who's had 200-300 fights, he's, you know, even as a pro and an amateur, AJ's had under 100 fights. If we're talking pro amateur, Usyk's 200-300 fights, you know, it's like fucking a wide ocean, you know what I mean? So we need to give him his credit. Usyk was always going to be a difficult fight for Joshua. You know what I mean? And I think, give him credit, he went out there and gave it his all and tried to, you know, size doesn't always win the battle. Sometimes they say you shouldn't go against the current of the wave, you've got to roll with the wave. And it's just one of them, you know what I mean?
Do you want to move on? Do you want to talk about Tyson Fury? A lot of talk now is that the fight that he's going to be fighting against Francis Ngannou end of October. Frank Warren's calling it a game changer. Do you feel like it is a game changer? Do you feel like it is going to bring that spectacle?
Game changer in the aspect of, I mean, it opens up the door for lots of crossover fights, you know. You know, listen, he's in command of trying to get these huge monies, you know what I mean? So I think it's going to be good, and this will be going more to the fighters as opposed to the opponent, you know what I mean? So, I mean the promoter, sorry, that's the word I'm looking for. So, credit to him if they can pull this fight off. It's going to be Francis Ngannou's biggest payday to date. So, I mean, it's a hard fight. It's going to be interesting to see what they actually do. Is it 4-ounce gloves? Is it boxing gloves? Is it in a cage? Is it in a boxing ring? There's so many elements of it what we don't know. But, I mean, nevertheless, it's going to be a good fight. I'd watch it. Don't know if I'd pay for it, but I'd watch it.
True Geordie is saying, listen, that's a joke of a fight because he needs to be fighting for the undisputed fight and the champions before he even does any of these crossover fights.
Of course, in an ideal world, we'd love that to be the situation. But even for these people that are complaining about this fight, but Tyson Fury is busy with Ngannou, Daniel Dubois and Usyk are fighting. This is the biggest fight we can make with the situation with both guys and where they are right now. And a pay-per-view as well, because there's not a lot of guys that can do pay-per-view, so you know it's one of them. But I mean, I like the fight of Ngannou. Tyson Fury is a crazy guy. He does what he fucking wants. He doesn't listen to anyone, so it's just what it is.
Before I let you go, I do want to talk about Canelo. Big fight, but announced a big fight. Gone to PBC fighting Jermell Charlo. I don't think a lot of people saw him fighting that brother. I think they were fighting
the other one. But
what do you make of that?
They said they've never been an undisputed against undisputed. Mad. You learn something new every day.
What do you make of Canelo jumping ship, moving networks, being a free agent basically, and getting a big fight?
Canelo is a businessman, and we've got to give Canelo credit. You know, he is like Devin Haney, that is happy to go across the pond to get the wins, to get the belts, to become and have these legacy fights. You know what I'm saying? So credit to him, man. He's doing his thing. He's not waiting for no one. He is the man, and he's going to make those decisions based on nothing. So credit to him. He's going across the road and daring to be great, to face the fighters across the pond. He's not making any network stand in the way of what he wants to believe in his history defining moments, you know.
Okay, Dean, I'm going to let you go. I know it's been a long day you've been waiting about. Thank you so much for talking to Pro Box fans, and we'll speak to you soon, man.
Bless up. Cheers.